What's up, everyone? Tony here. It is Sunday, June 24th. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. I want to talk a bit about Ripple and Coinbase. So, as you guys know, and I reported on this in my past two videos, Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, made some very bold statements calling out Coinbase and calling on them to list XRP, as he's clearly stated multiple times that Ripple XRP is not a security. And he did so in some public forums just over the past week, guys, in Fortune, which is a very high-end magazine, of course, and their website has a lot of traffic, of course. And also at the I forgot the name of the conference he was at, but he mentioned that that XRP is not a security, and that Coinbase should essentially be listing XRP. There's no reason for them to. Now, as I've stated in my previous videos, there's a lot of drama behind the scenes that it's not very public, of course, but some of the news has leaked out. And part of it is Coinbase asked Ripple to pay a significant amount of money, millions of dollars, to have XRP listed on Coinbase. And also, Coinbase is more incentivized at the moment to list Bitcoin and Ethereum because they hold a significant amount of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they would make a lot more money if those two cryptos are at the top of the market. Now, if Ripple XRP is to get listed on Coinbase, the value would definitely shoot up. And then because of where it's positioned, the number 3 crypto, it can easily overtake both Ethereum and Bitcoin. So that would then have a lot more people investing in XRP versus Bitcoin and Ethereum, which means less money in the bigger picture for Coinbase. Now, I don't have a problem, like I've stated in the past, with Ripple as a business trying to make money. What I don't like is them lying, right? We have the Coinbase president, Asif Hiraji, I believe is his name. He has been on CNBC Fast Money and different shows and so forth, alluding to that Ripple XRP is a security, which is false. Now, I've shared the evidence with you guys. There's tons of facts out there. By definition, XRP is definitely not a security. There's tons of information. Just one I'm going to highlight here, and that is the FinCEN agreement, which already went through this with Ripple years ago. Ripple has been working with the regulators since the beginning, and XRP existed before Ripple, the company, existed. So the facts are out there, and Brad Garlinghouse is putting Coinbase on the forefront. He's putting the ball in their court, saying, hey, Ripple's not a security. XRP is not a security. We're solving real world problems. We're working with different banks and financial institutions. What are you guys doing? You should be listing it. It's a top 3 crypto. How can you ignore the number 3 crypto in the market? And that's been getting investments, a lot of PR and buzz and partnerships and so forth. And I think Coinbase is going to be pressured now to list it. But once again, there's a lot of politics and drama behind the scenes going on because there's a lot of history there. But that leaves the question, guys, and why I'm making this video. What will Coinbase do when the SEC makes the official statement that XRP is not a security? And that's where it's up in the air. Will they list XRP? Or will they look like idiots and even further make up more excuses or lies and not list XRP? And like I said, look like liars and idiots because, as I mentioned, the Coinbase president has been on CNBC Fast Money alluding to, when he's asked the question, that they don't list coins that have issues with being a security and so forth. So we are really at the head here, right? These two companies are meeting at the head, and Brad Garlinghouse really put Coinbase in a spot right now, and I'm curious to see how they respond. And like I said, when the official word comes out from the SEC, which I believe will probably take place in the next few weeks, hopefully, because I don't believe Brad would go out on a limb like this, right? At being the head of a company that's well known with a top 3 crypto and put himself at risk, right? I don't think he would do that. I don't think it would make him look like an idiot, and of course set his company up for failure. Keep in mind, this company Ripple has investors such as banks, and even Google Ventures is an investor, right? And of course, if he puts himself out there, that will affect the value of the company because they own XRP. And as the value of XRP rises, the company's value and potential revenue and profits rise as well. Now, we know they keep XRP in escrow, so they're not going to just cash out or dump or anything. They have not done that. And that's why they put the escrow plan in place where it's slowly released in the market and so forth. So there's a lot on the line for him, right, to make this statement, to go out on a limb like this. Think about that. You're the CEO of a company. You're trying to get listed on Coinbase. You're trying to grow your company, and you're partnering with banks and household names, American Express, Western Union, MoneyGram, Santander Bank, Bank of America, and so forth. Would you put that at risk by making bold statements like this? And my thoughts are they already know. Like, they have SEC lawyers working with them already, former SEC officials, working with them. And I believe they already know that the SEC is going to put out a statement saying XRP is not a security. So I believe that's why Brad is so bold right now, why he's out there grinding, right? He's out there going to Fortune magazine, going to these conferences and saying these things. And generally, he's usually very passive and he doesn't answer some of these questions head on, but he answered it head on this time around. So once again, the ball is in Coinbase's court. What will they do? And that's where I'm super curious. I absolutely believe Ripple XRP does not need Coinbase to grow in value. However, at this point, because we are in the infancy stages of the market where speculation is what drives the market, not utility is yet. I think when it gets to the utility phase, like I said in my previous videos, XRP will rule the market. In the speculation phase, getting listed on Coinbase will drive the price up, as it did for Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. And of course, we know Coinbase is being sued for insider trading with how they handled Bitcoin Cash with Roger Ver. So something shady happened there, but I don't care about Bitcoin Cash, but I do care about XRP because I believe that has real world potential, lasting potential, and because it's working, once again, solving a real world problem, working with real companies. So what will Coinbase do, guys? That's the question. Will they continue their lies and look like idiots? I don't think they will. I think they will list XRP, especially, once again, they've been making these statements, and if the SEC makes the official ruling, they have no excuse. But once again, there's a lot of history and politics and infighting going on behind the scenes between Brad Garlinghouse and some of the folks at Coinbase and so forth. So that's where I'm super curious, and I'm hoping all of this resolves quickly and XRP gets on Coinbase. Like I said, I don't think long-term XRP needs Coinbase, but in the infancy stages of this market, I believe to get the price up, it will. But that's why I always tell you guys, Ripple XRP is a long-term hold because they are forming partnerships with real businesses. These things take time to form relationships, to go through testing, to go through trial and error and all of that, and then launch to production, right? So I'm curious what's going to happen here. And that's what I've been thinking about, pondering about. But I believe if XRP gets on Coinbase, it would instantly go to probably $8 to $10 instantly. Just because of Coinbase being the biggest exchange in the US market, the branding, of course, and pretty much everybody on the West Coast, on the Western hemisphere of the map of the globe, would essentially be using Coinbase for the most part. So that's the predicament we're in. We're head to head, Ripple and Coinbase right now. Brad Garlinghouse has called him out. So let's see what happens. Let's keep our eyes and ears open on this situation. Like I said, I believe they will eventually list XRP. I don't know how and when. But think about this now. Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse is putting pressure on Coinbase, calling them out publicly. We're also seeing exchanges such as Uphold launch in the US, which are offering fiat pairing with XRP. So competition is entering. Binance and Bittrex, two of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges with altcoins, right, including Ripple XRP, and tons of altcoins are adding fiat pairing. And once all of that gets rolled out, guys, I believe Coinbase is going to feel more pressure. And even Robinhood, they're still trying to get their stuff together here. They're US based, but one of the biggest apps. Once they launch fully, and I know their app doesn't allow you to withdraw and deposit and withdraw your crypto. But like I said, not everyone cares about that. I care about it because I want to hold my crypto not on an exchange, right? But there's investors who don't care about that, and that's fine. They just want to, like they do with the stocks in the Robinhood app, they will just purchase and hold there, and likewise they'll do with the crypto. And if they go live as well with fiat pairing in the US, Coinbase, more competition. So they're getting pressure now from the competition and Ripple, the company itself. So this is the predicament we're in, and I'm super curious what they are going to do. And the fact that we're in this position where Brad Garlinghouse is calling them out, I think is good. It may seem like obviously things are still up in the air, but there's now once again, head-to-head public forum, information out there. So more transparency. And when you have more transparency, it's making Coinbase look like the bad guys, right? Which I think they were in this situation because, once again, not because they told Ripple, hey, give us millions of dollars to list it. I understand that. They're a company that want to make money. I just don't like the fact that they're lying about that and alluding to XRP being a security when it's obviously not. Especially the fact that they listed Ethereum, which was under the scrutiny or review of being a security by the SEC. That's why the SEC just made a ruling a few weeks ago. So you listed Ethereum, even though that had the potential of being a security. So you see the hypocrisy and the lies and what's going on here. So anyway, I wanted to share my thoughts on this. And what do you guys think? I would love to hear your thoughts and comments. I think, once again, we're meeting head-to-head here, these two companies, and I believe that Coinbase will eventually get to feel pressure. And especially, it's probably going to, they're not going to get the revenue once the market, starts picking up again and people start buying XRP from different places. And Ripple continues as a company with partnerships and adoption and momentum and marketing. Coinbase is going to have to list them. Once again, it's hard to predict when and how and where, but let's see how this unfolds. But I like what Brad Garlinghouse did to call them out. So leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe for more content on Ripple and other cryptocurrencies. And I will talk to you guys later.